Mike from the Age Groupies Podcast. I just want to give you guys a quick talk today about connecting to your why. So, obviously, a lot of us are stuck at home and motivation can be hard to come by. Even in the best times, when you sign up for a race or you sign up for a challenge, that initial feeling right up front is pretty powerful. It's the reason you click the button in the first place. As time goes on, however, that motivation starts to wane and go down, especially when you start hitting challenges, whether that's increased training volume, whether that's trying to balance that with work and social activities, family time, or if you're like me, you're waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning and it's cold, dark, a lot of times rainy in these winters we have. So either way, I want to help you guys connect to your why. First of all, you need to identify your why. That's number one. Why are you doing this? If you sign up for, let's say, an Ironman triathlon, why do you want to do this? Well, there are 3 types of motivation. There are extrinsic, intrinsic, and pro-social. Let's go over extrinsic first. Extrinsic motivation is being motivated for an outside reward, whether that's money, praise, increased social status, someone paying attention to you. This could be like, if I complete this race, then so-and-so will take an interest in me. Or if I work out and get in shape, then maybe I'll do better on this interview for my job and I'll be financially compensated. Weird example, I know, but go with me here. And it's external reward. You're doing it for a specific gain. Next, we have the intrinsic rewards. And this is doing it for doing something for a source of joy, satisfaction, something that you get internally. If I complete this race, when I finish this Ironman, I'm going to feel so proud of myself. I'm going to feel accomplished. I'm going to feel confident. All these things are internal. And then finally, we have pro-social, doing something because it'll benefit someone else. So an example of doing something pro-social motivation for, say, completing an Ironman triathlon would be, I'm going to do this race because I will set an example for my family and my friends, and especially those who maybe need to get in shape. And I will inspire them just by the very actions I am taking and doing something that is impossible in my mind right now because I haven't done it yet. So that's pro-social, or knowing that what you're doing benefits someone else. Say, I'm going to complete this race and raise $5,000 because that will help childhood obesity, and this example charity that I'm giving it to, or like the Challenged Athletes Foundation, who provide adaptive equipment for people who have physical challenges or missing limbs. So that's an example of pro-social, knowing what I do will affect someone else positively. So I listed these in the order of how effective they are in the long run when you're doing something that takes a lot of training for. Extrinsic, that motivation will wear off much quicker than the other two. Intrinsic, that'll last a lot longer. Maybe that's exactly what you need. But pro-social, knowing that what you do will affect somebody else, that will stick the most. So I highly suggest finding something that will benefit someone else, your reason for doing this. It could be something as simple as, by getting up and training and following my training schedule and completing this race, I will be setting a great example for my kids, and they will grow up to be healthier, more confident, willing to take on challenges, and not letting their fear dictate their life. So after you identify this, go ahead and write it down. You know, the things that we do that involve more senses help ingrain that in us that much more. So it's one thing just to say it, but write it down. Write it down exactly to the most specific details of why you are doing this. For myself, I would write down, I'm going to race Ironman this year and carry a flag for a fallen soldier and present it to his mother at the finish line, because I know that sharing in that grief and bringing someone into the community who is suffering will help heal them. That is my why. So write it down. Get a picture that encapsulates it. We all know the phrase, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture has that much more feeling to it when you look at it. It's something that really grabs you. And there's a couple pictures for me I have of giving a big old hug to one of these Gold Star moms at the finish line. And just quick explanation, a Gold Star mom is someone who's lost a family, or a Gold Star mom is someone who's lost their son or daughter in military service. And these are the people that I work with when I'm racing Ironman. So I have a picture of a Gold Star mom who's just giving me a big old bear hug at the finish line. And so I have that picture, and when I look at it, I just feel just so much love, so much joy, and it's a powerful picture. So find a picture. 2, connect the feeling. What is the feeling that you have? There's a feeling connected to this. For me, it's joy. For me, it's love. For me, it's excitement. So what is or what are those feelings? Take a few minutes and write those feelings down. When you think of this cause or this reason for racing, what do you feel? Chances are there's more than one feeling. So write a bunch down, brainstorm, let it rip. Just write a bunch down, and whatever doesn't stick, you can cross it out later. But remember, you can't edit a blank page, so just put down as much as you can there. Once you've written down what the feelings are, where do you feel it in your body? Now, connecting the physical sensation to these emotions is key, because that's the present reality, what we feel in our body here and now. So, if I'm doing this right now, when I think of these families that I work with and why I carry the flag and why I run, I feel joy, I feel love, I feel connection, I feel some grief, I feel purpose, and I'm touching my heart because I feel them in my heart. I feel them right here in my temples. I feel it in my chest. And the feeling that I have, if I was to describe it in my heart, it's like a warm, pulsing sensation. And really cool, I love it. And in my legs, my arms, I feel it tingly, like excited, that pre-race feeling. You know what I'm saying? Where you just can't wait to get out there. So where do you feel in your body? Now visualize and harness it. Now I'll do this briefly. When I'm thinking of these families that I work with, and you can see the smile on my face because I'm just thinking of it, brings up that feeling and those memories. I will visualize it. So this is something you can do on your own, and it can help if you put your hand on your heart. Totally optional though, but for me, it's something I really enjoy. So I feel love, gratitude, hope, grief, connection, purpose. I feel a warm, pulsing sensation in my heart. It radiates through my body. And now visualize that feeling of crossing the finish line, or visualize the feeling of completing a training session. So I'm going to go ahead and visualize finishing a race. Now I'm watching myself, and you can do this even if you haven't completed this yet. You picture what it will be like, because our brains do not distinguish from what we imagine and perceive versus what we have already done or are doing. So you can build that. You can build that strength right there just by visualizing it. I visualize my tired body carrying this flag, coming up to the finisher chute. I notice the sounds. I notice the Mike Riley at the finish line, calling people's names out. I hear the music pulsating. I hear people clapping, banging on the sideboards on the finisher chute. I hear other athletes. I hear my footsteps. I feel my body is tired, but I get that finish line strength. I feel the sweat on my body. I feel the breeze. I feel the drag as I'm carrying this flag in the air. And now I feel myself starting to notice the lights. I'm noticing the lights at the finish line. I'm feeling a building excitement, relief, joy, happiness, love. And I'm crossing the finish line and I'm embracing this Gold Star mother and presenting her the flag. I'm feeling the goosebumps right now too on my body. And then once you visualize that feeling of what it's like, and you'll take a few minutes to do this as much detail as you can, notice it in your body. Notice where you feel these feelings. And now lock it in. Simply decide that you are locking this feeling inside of your body to take with you when you need it. Knowing you can always come back to this feeling. There. And now you can make this shorter or longer if you'd like. So now, let's go to number 3. Insert this into daily life. Now, Nick and I talked about this the last podcast we did. First thing you want to do is put that picture in your bathroom mirror or somewhere right where you wake up where you're going to see it. So when you're waking up, it's 4 or 5 in the morning, super early. Part of your brain that seeks comfort is going to say, hey, I just want to go back to sleep. But you're going to see that picture. And because you've done these visualizations, you're going to connect to that feeling. Be like, okay, I know it might be tired. I might be tired. It might be cold, wet, dark. I might not want to do this right now, but I see that picture and I connect to this feeling, and this is my why. It's more than just me lacing up my shoes and moving my legs to go for a run. So next, write down and practice daily affirmations. And affirmations are simply statements. And you want to write these statements in the present tense as things you are already doing, already becoming. An example of that would be, I'm grateful to be awake today. Today, I feel the opportunity, right? Today I sense the opportunities to make myself better and bring joy to other people. Whatever you want to put it, those things that you want to become as if you have already done them. Therefore, your body will and your mind will start to harness those as your new reality of who you want to become. And then next, this is a cool one. Dedicate your workout to somebody. Say, I'm going to dedicate this workout to, and it doesn't have to be connected to your purpose. It can be to anyone. Think of that person. I'm dedicating this workout to my grandma. Why am I doing that? Because she set the example of compassion and love. And she used to read to me every single day when I was at her house and really encouraged me to follow what I thought was important and to speak from my heart. So I'm going to dedicate this run today to my grandmother. Whoever you want to dedicate it to is fine. It could be your dog. It could be your cat. So, all right, everyone. Put any comments below. I'll address them as soon as I can. But these are what it means to connect to your why. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to address them. But happy training. Keep up the motivation. Remember, like Nick said, these things aren't canceled. They're just postponed. So that gives us more opportunity to really harness our skills, build some mental toughness, build some emotional resilience, and really get after it.
Alrighty, that concludes today's episode of the Age Groupies Podcast with me, Lindsay Hiken, and my co-host, Mike Ergo. We really hope you enjoyed it. You can follow the show on Instagram at Age Groupies, join our Age Groupies page on Facebook, and look us up by name, Lindsay Hiken and Mike Ergo on Strava. If you have questions, comments, or topic ideas, feel free to email us at agegroupies@gmail.com. If you enjoy the show, please leave a rating and review on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast, as this really helps us get more exposure while we try to grow this little venture. And of course, if you have friends you think might like the show, please be sure to share it with them. But for now, thanks for listening, and we will talk to you next week.